Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, Texas Man here, back with another video. I hope, of course, that you guys are having a wonderful day. If you guys would please give this video a thumbs up if you guys do enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit the bell notification button, select all for all notifications so you guys don't miss out on future content here on the channel. You guys can also head over to Twitch. Douglas447. I stream there regularly. Currently, I'm doing a lot of Splitgate 2 and Halo Infinite, and in the next couple weeks, I will be covering the new Destiny 2 expansion. So make sure you guys head over there and follow. It's completely free. I hope you guys will do that and enjoy. We are, of course, going to be talking about the live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie that just came out recently here in 2025. This is, of course, a live-action adaptation of the original How to Train Your Dragon that came out 15 years ago. Okay? Wow. Yeah. It came out in 2010. Jeez, it makes me feel old. The fact that the original came out 15 years ago. I was... How old was I? 16? Sheesh. I'm old. I'm an old bird. Wow. Oh boy. I don't want to get into too many things spoilery-wise because there's really nothing to spoil. I don't want to talk about the plot all that much because it's a very basic plot. It's about a boy and his dog, basically, which is a dragon. I want to talk about in this video some nitpicky things. Okay? So, first off, I want to talk about the fact that the original movie was like 90 minutes. This movie is about 2 hours. So, there are new things added in to this movie that weren't in the original. There's certain things that are fleshed out. There's new scenes. There's new dialogue. There's new moments. Now, do they detract from what made the original good? I don't think so. To me, at least, I felt as if, though, it was kind of like more of like 30 minutes of lore expansion. It was kind of like DLC, if you will. So if you want to consider this movie, like in video game terms, this movie is kind of like a remaster plus free DLC. And I think it just helps flesh things out. And I was okay with that. So because of that, 95% of this live action movie, it's 95% of the original. So if you've seen the original, they did a great job translating the original movie from 2010 into live action. They did a great job at it. They did not change the tones. They didn't change the moral messages. They didn't change the adventure. They didn't change the characters except for one. And I'll get to that later. The movie ends the same. The CGI, the technological mastery of, the fact that the humans are there but the dragons are not. I was like, okay, how are they going to pull that off? Is it going to look good? Sometimes some CGI can be bad in these live action movies. I think this movie did a great job with it. In terms of the world, it definitely feels bigger because it's live action. I think they needed to nail Toothless and Hiccup because they're the main, characters in these movies, and I think they did a great job. Toothless looks great. Mason Thames, famous for his roles in the Black Phone and Monster Summer, did a great job. I was kind of concerned, but he did grow on me as Hiccup, and he did a great job. Gerald Butler coming back to be not just the voice, but of course the character of Stoic, did a great job. Everybody else in the movie I thought was serviceable. Some of them I liked more than others. The actress, however, and this is the biggest sting to the movie, the actress, and I've talked about this in the past, but I'm just going to say it again. The actress in this movie that plays Astrid, She is kind of becoming a new Rachel Zegler because she doesn't want to keep her mouth shut about things. And I don't understand this DEI that they had to do with her character. She doesn't have blue eyes. They could have done something about that. She doesn't have blonde hair. They could have easily done something about that. CGI, wig, whatever it needed to be. That they made this choice because they wanted to make this choice. And I don't understand why they bring back, Gerard Butler for Stoic, and they bring back the person that, helped helm the first three movies, the first three original movies. And they went with this person because she fits the role. And to be honest, I don't think she fits the role. I don't think she can act. I'm going to look past the fact that she's not a blonde with blue eyes. But not only that, the movie changes her origin. She's not from Burke, even though in the original she is. I want to talk about, I want to get past all that. Okay, I want to get past all that. The actress that's playing Astrid cannot act. Okay? She only has one face in this entire movie. She has no reaction. She doesn't react like her character of Astrid did in the original. Okay? And I guess that's a testament to the original. That's a testament to just how good animation is over live action for certain projects. I never felt emotion. I never felt a connection. I never felt depth with her as a character. And that's the problem with the actress. Astrid in this movie did not invoke any sort of emotion, good or bad. I felt as if, though, every time she was on screen and she was delivering her dialogue, she always had this one face. And it's almost as if, though, everyone was afraid to tell her to smile. Like, this is her reaction to everything happening on screen. Even when they have that romantic, flying with, Toothless and whatnot, and, Astrid finds out about Toothless and Hiccup, that whole, romantic ride in the clouds and whatnot, her entire reaction is, smile, girl! What's wrong with you? and that bleeds into another problem in this movie that I never felt like Hiccup and Astrid were in love. Like, I never felt like they were boyfriend, girlfriend. And when you get to the end of the movie, and I don't want to spoil it, when you get to the end of the movie, I'm just like, okay, I don't feel anything. Like the romance between these two characters, I never felt. I just didn't. It wasn't believable, and that comes from the fact that half of the chemistry is just missing. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. So I want to state last thing is that if you don't see this movie, and I was really against it, but a lot of my friends and family kind of said, hey, it's really good, please go see it. And I'm like, okay. So I decided to go see it for a matinee price for $5. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch it, and I'll just review it, and here we are. If you do not see this live-action movie, you are not missing anything. If you just stick to the original trilogy, How to Train Your Dragon 1, 2, and The Hidden World, and you never see this movie, you're going to be completely fine. Now, they have greenlit, unfortunately, a second one, and that's supposed to come out in 2027, which means probably they're going to do the third one, The Hidden World, in 2029 or whatever. If you don't see this movie, you're not missing anything. It is just a live-action adaptation of the original from 2010. Now, last couple things I want to talk about is the fact that, I think they did a good job with the marketing of this movie. And releasing it mid-June when school is out means this movie's going to make money. It's going to make money. And it could even make more money than Lilo and Stitch just because of its release window. Okay? Releasing a movie like this when school is out means I mean, it's mid-June. Most people, they either are on vacation and they'll go see it at somebody else's, theater, wherever they're visiting for the summer, or they're home and they're bored out of their minds and kids want to go see it because, ooh, dragons and ooh, flying things and whatnot. I'm sure this movie's going to make money, maybe even more than Lilo and Stitch. I think Lilo and Stitch came out Memorial Day weekend or something like that. Anyway, so that was a good release window for that movie. This movie has a really good release window as well, because it's avoiding the whole July chaos with Jurassic World, Superman, Fantastic Four. This movie has a couple weeks to make some money, and I think it's going to. Unfortunately, just because this movie is going to make a lot of money and there's a lot of good praise and buzz around it, does not mean it's a good movie. Just because this movie is making a lot of money kind of worries me, because that means a lot of talent, a lot of time and energy, again, is being poured into making live action adaptations of movies that we've seen 100 times already in our childhood, and it's staggering and it's killing innovation and originality. Like, let's be completely honest. As much as I love the How to Train Your Dragon films, and I'm sure that you do as well, who asked for a live action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon? Like, who in the world wanted that? Who? I mean, it's been 6 years since the franchise ended. And it ended. No more, no less. Nothing else is coming. The story is over with. When you watched Hidden World in 2019, you cried just like me. Because of the ending. It was a bittersweet ending. But who asked for this? Think about that. So, as much as I, enjoyed most of this movie, I don't plan on wanting to buy it. I don't have any interest in rewatching it. I've seen the story, and slight spoilers, I know how the story ends because of the third movie that came out in 2019. So, there you go. Now you're probably wondering, okay, so what's he going to give the movie? I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It was good. I just hope that Hollywood doesn't see the box office and be like, ooh, we need to do more of these. I hope DreamWorks realizes that, yeah, you can make a good live-action adaptation of your movies, but should you be wasting your money and time? Or should you be coming up with new things? DreamWorks used to be the company really good at rivaling Disney. I just hope they don't fall into the same pitfalls of what Disney has been doing for over a decade with these live-action adaptations, and 99% of them being garbage. So, 8 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you guys agree or disagree? Why or why not? Have a good day, and peace out.